Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. Cases, innovation drives us. Since 2008, we've been creating cutting-edge technology products that make your life easier. With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. From gourmet snacks to unique finds, each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. We are Rogue Media Sports.
Welcome on into another week of The Cam Show, powered by Rogue Media Sports Network, the show that always brings you all the same natural energy that Chris Farley brought onto Letterman that one time in 1996. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. I'm here every weekday, high noon Eastern time, live on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts as well. Zach Burke is behind the glass, keeping us on the air as he does every time that we're on the air. It's your alternative to Boston Sports Talk Radio, and today we are talking about Drake Maye's best ever NFL performance. It happened right in front of our eyes yesterday, how he shut up all the haters in 4 quarters of football. Then we will go over the team that is keeping Tua Tagovailoa's career alive. Twice a year, every time he plays them, this team, guess who, is literally keeping him on a football field and earning an NFL contract. We'll go through all the bad things that the Patriots did yesterday that does not make me think that they're going to get 8 or 9 wins this season, even though it was a fun one to celebrate a day ago. Plus, the Red Sox miss a huge opportunity over the weekend. Now they'll probably have to play a 3-game series in the playoffs at Yankee Stadium. Okay. Why this is the first generation of Red Sox fans that are not worried about going to Yankee Stadium to play 3 playoff games at most. Not worried about it. All that and more coming up on this episode of The Cam Show, powered by Rogue Media Sports Network. Now we start where we start. It's in the thumbnail. Excuse me. It's how I spent all my afternoon yesterday. There'd be no other place to start than the Patriots' 33-27 victory over the Dolphins. First win of the season. And more important than that, it seems like they might have shut some people up. Not me, but others. Okay. Drake Maye is here. Look out, NFL. He's here. This was the best game of Drake Maye's career on Sunday against Miami. He shut up all the haters, the detractors, the doubters, saying he hasn't progressed. He proved them all wrong on Sunday. And man, am I here for it. Man, am I here for the development of this kid, huh? That's the kind of game that you see late in the season for a rookie quarterback, and you say, we've got one here. 19 of 23, 230 yards, 3 total touchdowns, 2 through the air, 1 on the ground, no picks, and a much, much needed win. The most important stat. It's the first time the Patriots have scored 30 points in 35 months in their first win over the Dolphins since Antonio Brown was catching touchdowns for the Pats. It's a long time. He didn't put the ball in harm's way in this game. He hit several different guys. Went to Stephon Diggs when he had to, which is something I was super critical of last week. On big-time throws, he went to Diggs, including a 4th down. He showed real, tangible improvement from week 1 to week 2. That's what we were looking for this week. He wasn't going to win 8 games in 1 game. You just needed to see some improvement. And you saw it, man. You saw it. Like, other guys made plays. Other guys made plays at the end of the game. But the Patriots won this game because they had Drake Maye as their quarterback. There's a totally, totally different feel around this team from week 1 to week 2. That touchdown ball to Butte, perfect. Great catch, too. Both are possible. The touchdown to Mac Hollins, drop it in the bucket, young man. How about when you get chased by an all-pro pass rusher, the one that you know a lot about in Matthew Judon? You outrun him to the pylon, kill him with your speed. The rushing touchdown might have even been the best one of the day. Might have been the most impressive one of the day. Look at that. Matthew Judon on the ground, tackling air. And Drake Maye walking into the end zone for a touchdown. The real play of the game, though, is late in the 3rd quarter. Let's set the scene, because I know you'll remember this. The Dolphins have just taken a lead. It's 20-15. The Patriots defense cannot stop them. And the offense has the ball in a 3rd and 3. I wrote it down here. 3rd and 3 from their own 34. The Dolphins bring a blitz, which they didn't do much of yesterday. And they actually get a hand on Drake. But he steps up. He delivers a perfect touch pass to Ramondre Stevenson, big gain, and Ramondre ends up breaking a couple tackles and making it 55 yards. Drake Maye turned what should have been a sack on third down and a punting situation into a 55-yard completion down to the Miami red zone at the 20-yard line. They scored a touchdown. The touchdown run from Drake Maye was a few plays later, and they took the lead going into the fourth quarter. That pass to Ramondre Stevenson legitimately may have made a difference in the game because of how the Patriots defense was getting shredded at that point. Like they were, Tua was going all the way up and down the field against them, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. And if they had to punt the ball right there, I don't know whether they would have saw a lead for the rest of the game. And more importantly than that, that pass legitimately might have been the best play of Drake Maye's young career. That one right there. Not a touchdown, not a game winner, nothing like that. Nothing you'll see on a highlight tape. But that was like the best play. Had a big moment that I think he's had in his career. Now, I know some of you are like, whoa. I've seen some pretty freakish plays from this kid, including one that was right at the end of a game in crunch time. And it wasn't like the one in Tennessee last year where you're thinking, oh my God, that's a video game play. There was nothing circus about this one. It was a damn good fundamental quarterback play. All right? Feels the rush, steps up in the pocket, see a guy open with room ahead of him. Like, how many times does Drake Maye get too antsy with that particular throw? He's got a guy who he knows can make guys miss. He's got space in front of him, and he's open. Like, how many times is he just putting too much on that? He can make that throw in his sleep. He doesn't this time. He leads him perfectly, leads to yak, leads to a touchdown. Money play on a money down. That's why Drake Maye is here. Here, he's arrived. Does it mean he's elite right now? No. Has he played two lackluster defenses 2 weeks in a row to open the season? Yes. But we still have to remember this. This was Drake Maye's 15th career start in the NFL. For all that has been put on his plate, metaphorically speaking, for all the expectations around him and for all the hate that he'll get after a lackluster game, this is start number 15 in the NFL. He still hasn't played a whole season yet. Not one full season in the league, and he has a new coach, a new offensive coordinator, a new offensive line, and a new number one receiver. That's a lot of new. A lot of new around the kid. But to be fair, I thought he stunk last week against the Raiders. I thought the whole offense stunk. I wasn't looking for 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. What I'm looking for is an improvement. You knew you were facing a bad team this week, but you were going on the road, tough environment that you can never play in, whether it's the weather, whether it's what. You can never play well there. Always looking forward with some improvement. And that was some damn good improvement. It really was. Now, here's why I think Drake Maye was successful, and you can take this as a good sign or a bad sign. I think it's up to interpretation, but in week 1 against the Raiders, Maye was under pressure nearly 40% of the time. And under pressure, his accuracy numbers really dropped. He was just 8 of 16 when pressure was on him with a pick, no touchdowns. He looked like he was rushed, and he showed it, and that's when he was missing open throws. How many times did we say that after last week? Missing open guys. Couldn't move the ball because he was missing throws. It was when he was under pressure against what is probably still one of the 3 or 4 worst offensive lines in the league, if not the worst. But if you look at week 2 against the Dolphins, just 6 pressures over 31 dropbacks. 6. Massive drop. Okay? That's what? 19% of the time rather than 40% of the time? He still made tough throws, but he did it from a cleaner pocket. And no picks. He didn't put the ball in harm's way. Nothing was compromised. Nothing was rushed. His mechanics held up even under some of the duress that he did have, like the third down play to Ramondre Stevenson. But there was far less duress in the game. That's a big reason why I think this performance was a huge improvement. Now, you can take that as a bad thing of, okay, well, next week they're facing TJ Watt, and the Steelers are going to blitz a lot more than Miami did, and there's going to be some problems there, for sure. Or you could say, actually, the left tackle Will Campbell played pretty good in this game, pretty well. And Drake Maye made plays when he was under pressure. And this looked more sustainable. He threw the ball half as many times as he did in week 1. Barely let it touch the ground. And again, didn't turn it over. And the thing that sticks out to me is this was a real stat line too. So many of Drake Maye's stat lines have been a little inflated or deflated based off his offense and what he's got around him. This is a real stat line. No bullshit, garbage time, yards and touchdowns, none of that. This was on the road in an important game. And Drake Maye led 5 scoring drives. 5 legit scoring drives. My hope is that 33 points will be good enough most weeks, but I'm not sure with this defense. I'm not sure at all. But at that point, it's not on your quarterback, right? I'll tell you one thing I was disappointed in Drake Maye's performance, though. One thing. He didn't really put the game away with an offensive drive. They got the ball at the Dolphins 38 after that Marte Mapu interception. There's 2:12 left on the clock, and they were up 3. That is the first time in his career Drake Maye has been tasked with, okay, get a couple of first downs, run the clock out. It's like being a closer in baseball. The last 3 outs, the toughest to get. Run the ball, keep the clock moving, get the first down, move the chains, and kill this game. It's really, really tough thing to do. Dolphins still had a few timeouts in the 2-minute warning, so you needed a couple first downs. They throw on second down. It's one of the 4 incompletions on the day. It was about a 6-yard pass. Incomplete, stops the clock, keeps a timeout in Mike McDaniel's pocket. Hated it. And to me, even though it's in his rookie year still in game 15, that's a decision that Drake Maye has to make. He has to look at that and say, if this is not a high percentage throw, if this is not a layup throw, I'm not throwing it. I'm not risking them saving 35 to 45 seconds and a timeout because I thought I could make this. And it wasn't a high percentage throw. It wasn't. And he missed Matt Collins. And I'm thinking, man, at that point, a sack is better than that. But just take off at that point. You threw it 6 yards anyway. It's not going to be a big completion. If you only have to run 3 yards and take a slide, do it. Keep the clock moving. Now, the saving grace was that it was a turnover that Mapu ran back a little bit, so they were in enough field goal range, and they did have a field goal to make it 33-27, and a 6-point game is much different than a 3-point game, but that was really shaky and bad situational football. Really the first time in his NFL career he had to kill the game off of the drive, and he couldn't do it, didn't do it. That said, still plenty of positives to take away. Still plenty of positives. What we saw yesterday is what this Patriots offense should look like. It should. And that performance from your quarterback should be close to the standard. There's going to be some bumps and bruises along the way here because he hasn't played a full NFL season worth of games yet. But if the true development is there, if things are really clicking, we should start seeing games similar to this one pretty much every week in the back half of the season. Still hasn't thrown for 300 yards. Still no 4 touchdowns, 0 pick performance. But that is damn good, man. 4 incompletions, 230 through the air, balanced offense. At one point, it was 23 runs, 23 passes, like perfectly balanced offense. Led 5 scoring drives and didn't turn the ball over, and 3 total touchdowns. Like that is not a crazy thing to expect from Drake Maye if the development is there by the last 8 or so games of this season. Not a crazy thing. I thought it was the best game in Drake Maye's career so far, and I think that's the kind of game, more so than the first touchdown pass against Houston or the crazy one against Tennessee. That's the game that I think NFL coaches and players will take notice and say, okay, this kid's got something. This kid's really got something. It's not just raw talent. He's putting it together. He is bringing his game full circle, so to speak. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Is this the best game Drake Maye has played in his NFL career so far? Was it his best ever play on that one to Ramondre Stevenson on third down? And how excited are you about the rest of the season for this Patriots team? Let me know in the comments section below. Then be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're coming at you live every weekday, high noon Eastern time, and then available wherever you get your podcasts as well. Your direct alternative to Boston Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air 5 days a week. Check out the other videos on the channel talking Patriots, Red Sox, everything else going on in the world of Boston sports so that you don't have to listen to Boston Sports Talk Radio. Coming up next, it was a great win for the Patriots in that they got the win. But other than that, it was really, really shaky. Why do they continue to give Tua a career? And why is it still this messy? Have you curbed your expectations on this Patriots team? We'll go over that after this short break next on The Cam Show.
We'll be right back after these quick words from our sponsors. This is Rogue Media Network.
Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Join us at golfpartnerusa.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for golf lovers worldwide. That's GOLFPARTNERUSA.com. Golf Partner.
Since 2003, Bluehost has been empowering people to harness their brands online with innovative web hosting solutions. Trusted by over 2 million users, we're the longest-running WordPress.org recommended host. With Bluehost, you get a safer, better web experience, supported by the world's most popular site builder, and backed by our commitment to open source projects. Visit Bluehost.com today and take your website to the next level.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internex.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress. It's like a wearable hug for your nervous system that helps you calm down and feel better. The Apollo wearable will send gentle vibrations to your body, like a song you can feel instead of hear. You feel better. You sleep better. And you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
And now, back to our show.
Back to it. Cam Show, Rogue Media Sports Network. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. That's why it's called that. No stripping on this Cam Show. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air as he does 5 days a week. That's where we're live on YouTube and then available wherever you get your podcasts as well. We have talked about Drake Maye having the best game he's had in a Patriots uniform. The best he's had as an NFL starter was yesterday against the Dolphins, and the Patriots got the win. Now, that said, was it sunshine and rainbows? Was it an easy 10-2, get the car in the garage kind of feel-good victory? Can't say that. I can't say that. It was still pretty frustrating, and I think it still has my expectations curbed from where they were at the beginning of this season 2 weeks ago. When I was thinking it was really possible for them to win 8 or 9 games. I don't necessarily feel that way about this Patriots team after 2 weeks, even though there's been a ton of improvement from the offense and the quarterback position between week 1 and week 2. But maybe I should just be less cynical. If Patriots fans have been taught anything at all the last 5 years, it's that winning in the NFL is actually hard. It's not easy to do. Like we heard other teams talk about it for years. Oh, it's hard to win in this league. You heard Bill Belichick talk about it. It's lip service, man. And either we had to be reminded of it, or some of us from a certain age had to learn entirely that winning actually isn't an easy thing to do. So we should be happy with the win over the Dolphins. That's a team you haven't beaten since COVID hadn't even hit the Western world yet. But this win was as sloppy as like when they were trying to catch the COVID patients in those fishing nets. Remember that? Can't find those on the internet anymore, but I remember that. A win, sure, but look at how you got there. The Dolphins suck, okay? They're going to fire their coach any day now, and they might be one of the only NFL teams that are dumber than you. In fact, this game really looked like who's going to blink last. Who's going to make the final really dumb mistake? The offensive line, again, committed another 5 penalties in this game. 5 from your offensive line. Usually that's like, damn, man, we got to really restart this thing. But it's actually an improvement from where the Patriots were last year. You scored a special teams touchdown, which is great. But it's directly after you allowed a special teams touchdown in the same unit that missed 2 extra points, and your defense got absolutely smoked by a team that barely eked out a score at all in week 1. Smoked by them, man. I swear, y'all. I swear Tua wouldn't even be in the league anymore if he didn't play the Patriots twice a year. Like, if this dude was in any other division, he'd be selling insurance by now. Whenever Tua Tagovailoa needs a break, the New England Patriots appear on the same football field. And 3 hours later, everyone's saying, all right, maybe he's not that bad. Or maybe it's everyone else's fault. You can still do something with Tua. Every time, man. Finally, he's lost a game to the Patriots. Only 7-1 now. In week 1, this dude threw for 114 yards, 114, with 2 picks. And they got embarrassed by this mid-ass Colts team led by Daniel Jones. Tua's former teammate, Xavier Howard, who now plays for Indianapolis, said they had him in panic mode. We had him panicking all day. Tua was pulled for Zach Wilson. That should be a career ender after all the things that have happened to him. But the next week, what does he do? Gets the Patriots on the schedule, throws for 315 yards and 2 touchdowns because he's playing the Patriots. Last year, he missed 4 games after that nasty concussion, one of them. And all the media was saying, Tua should really think about retiring here. Really should contemplate retirement. Then he played the Patriots, and he threw for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns with no picks. In 2023, back when the Patriots actually had a defense, in 2 games against them, Tua throws for 570 and 4 touchdowns. In his last 3 games against New England, he's thrown for 10 touchdowns and 2 picks, and has gone over 300 yards passing in all of them. This is a guy who 30 other teams in the league have figured out. In fact, I might say 31. I'll bet the Dolphins have figured him out pretty easily by now. The Patriots is the only one that hasn't. He's one of the most physically limited quarterbacks in the whole league, and yet he picks apart the Patriots every single time they ask him to. Like, is that not annoying at this point? It's great that you got to win, but that's annoying. That's embarrassing. Like, you know, I think of like the Chicago Bears, man. They were owned by Aaron Rodgers for years. There's no shame in that. I mean, some, but not all the way. Like the Bills, 3-33 against Tom Brady. Yeah, it's against Tom Brady, man. No one beat Tom Brady. But for the Patriots bogey quarterback to be Tua, Really? That's the dude? That's like having Tommy Maddox just whip you up every time. Kenny Pickett, Matt Schaub being your bogey quarterback. We would laugh at teams that got cut up by those guys. The Patriots get cut up by Tua every single time they play him. It's bizarre. Three different head coaches have not been able to figure this guy out. 3. How is that even possible, man? The Patriots defense has got a long way to go. A long way to go. Am I worried about it? No, I am downright terrified. Like, seriously. That's what has really curbed my expectations on where this Patriots team can be. Because I thought in the offseason, and I said it on this show several times, a lot of people actually gave me some crap for it. I was like, I don't think Drake Maye is going to have a monster season. I think he's going to have a good season. And I think the Patriots won't get to 30 points a lot, but they'll get to 20, much more than they have in the last 2 years. And that should win them some games, because I thought, and analysts thought, that they could have a top 10 defense. They were going to have a legit pass rush. They were going to be great in the back. Christian Gonzalez hasn't been there, and that's a problem. And I'm sick of the day-to-day Christian Gonzalez watch. I see it, on Friday, Christian Gonzalez didn't practice. Like, no shit, man. He hasn't practiced in 6 weeks. He's not a part of your team right now. So there's something to be said about that, but they've given up 14 explosive plays in the first 2 weeks of the season. 14 plays of 20-plus yards. And they've yet to play a top 10 quarterback in the league. Next week, they play a top 10 quarterback of all time. If Tua can carve them up, why can't Aaron Rodgers? Like, seriously? He didn't do it against Seattle, but Seattle's a good defense. Seattle's better defense than what you got. I'll say that much. Look, this was a fun win and everything. It was. And I'm not in a position to be really knocking down every one of their wins, because a win is a win. Unless it's against Buffalo in week 18 when you're supposed to lose and get the first overall pick, I'll take a win. But as I watched 4 more quarters of this team and this defense and this continuation of just horrible situational football, I couldn't help but think, how does this team win more than 6 games? How do they do it? Again, the situational football, terrible. It was terrible last week against the Raiders. It was terrible again in this game. Another 4th and short that becomes a 4th and longer because you commit a penalty on the offensive line. Last week it was Will Campbell. This time it was Morgan Moses, who had a horrible day. Just an awful day. 5 more offensive line penalties. As I said, not being able to get first downs when you need to run down the clock, throwing on 2nd and 8 and saving Miami a timeout that they could really use on the final drive of the game, and they did. Like, that's bad football, man. That 2nd down throw to Matt Collins, they're trying to run down the clock, that has to be a completion. That has to be an easy completion. A sack would have been better than throwing it incomplete, which is what happened. But if scoring 33 points, which you never do, if scoring 33 points against one of the league's worst defenses is barely good enough to get you a win, if it takes 60 full minutes to get a win in a game like that, how do you do that 8 more times? Or 7? Or 10, like some people thought? How do you do it that many more times? For the 2nd week in a row, I'm watching that game and thinking, is Gerard Mayo coaching this game, or is Mike Vrabel? That's a major problem here. That's a major problem. And again, something that was highlighted but probably not talked about enough in the offseason is after this Jalen Polk trade on Saturday, you have one player playing right now from your 2024 draft. One player. And it's an important one. It's Drake Maye. But how 17 months later do you have one player playing for you from that draft? That is, like, again, a term I've used a lot with the Patriots organization over the last couple of years. That is bottom of the barrel bad. That's what the worst teams in football are doing. And teams that are going to continue to be bad are the ones that have one player on their roster serviceable from a draft that was 17 months ago. That's brutal. And look, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be another long year of football. It's going to take more years off your life. It's going to take more hairs off your head. All right. I think they're a better team than last year, but it's still going to be very frustrating. So let's celebrate the wins while we can. Maybe that's what you should be saying to me right now. This team has a long way to go. I was thinking optimistically 9 wins. I was thinking a 9-win team, attainable 9-win team with the schedule they had, the offensive coordinator that was in place, the bulking up of the defense that you did in the offseason. I thought was going to be enough to get to 9 wins. I don't think that now. I think 6 is probably a better number. More attainable. Better for the gambling. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. How many wins do you see from this Patriots team after what you saw against Miami on Sunday? Let me know in the comments section below. Then be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are on the path towards 4,000 subscribers, and we're getting really, really close. So get us there. Find us there every weekday live on YouTube, high noon Eastern time, and then wherever you get your podcasts as well. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air. Check out the other videos on the channel, talking Patriots, Red Sox, everything else going on in the world of Boston sports. Your lunchtime alternative to Boston Sports Talk Radio. Coming up next, the Red Sox really disappointed over the weekend. But the good news is they're not worried about their playoff matchup. Will we get the dream? Red Sox, Yankees, where will it be? Does it even matter? That's on the other side of this very short break, coming up on The Cam Show.
We'll be right back after these quick words from our sponsors. This is Rogue Media Network.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. That's CLEAN email.com. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Combine that with OrganicHemp.com's top quality CBD for ultimate balance. Start your healing journey today at GlobalHealing.com and OrganicHemp.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
And now, back to our show.
Hello, folks. Back to the Cam Show here on Rogue Media Sports Network. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air 5 days a week, live at high noon Eastern time on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts as well. So if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, find us here every day. Your lunchtime alternative to the hellhole that is Boston Sports Talk Radio. We've talked the Patriots. Drake Maye's best game of his career so far. why they keep giving a career to Tua Tagovailoa. The numbers are shocking about what he does against the Patriots versus how he does against everyone else. And all the signs that point to the fact that the Patriots, even though they got the win on Sunday, don't look like a 9 or 10 win team yet. I'm sorry. They just don't. I want them to be. I want to be wrong on that. And maybe there's a lot more improvement than I'm going to give them credit for, but it looks like a 6-win team to me. I mean, definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. Red Sox, oof, I built it up as one of the biggest weekends that the Red Sox have had in years, the biggest series of baseball that they've played in 4 years, and they lost. They lost the series. But a nice way to end it, right? The Red Sox beat the Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball. All right. Your reward, a best-of-3 playoff series played entirely at Yankee Stadium, probably. That's most likely your reward here. 12 games left in the regular season. Red Sox sit with an 86% chance to make the playoffs according to FanGraphs. But now, after this series they lose at home, sit a game and a half behind the Yankees for the first wild card and really have no shot to catch Toronto for the division. That ship has, I think, officially sailed with 12 games left. This was a massive missed opportunity for the Red Sox this weekend. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like they were cooked this weekend. There were 2 games where they had no hit shutout bids thrown against them. Basically, they didn't get a hit until the 7th inning of the game on Friday night. Like that's just not good. Massive missed opportunity for a chance to not clinch it, not all but wrap up, but take a huge step towards not only making the postseason, but securing your home field in the wild card series, which you're going to be playing in. But I got to be honest with you guys. I don't care about having to play playoff games at Yankee Stadium. Don't care. Don't care if it's a full 3-game set at Yankee Stadium. I'm probably one of the first Red Sox fans ever to utter that sentence. Certainly, we're the first generation that has thought that way. It's been over 20 years since they've lost a playoff game there. And they're 5-2 there this year. Would I have preferred Fenway? Sure, yeah. But this new Bronx Zoo, that ain't putting the fear of God into any of us. No way. Not worried about the Red Sox having to play at the stadium, the former House of Pain. Nah. It's baseball, man. Hockey's a little different. Basketball's a little different. Football's a little different. Baseball, hostile environment. They can handle that if it's even going to be that. Fenway's different because of how it plays. But this going to Yankee Stadium does not scare me. The Yankees will have the best player in the series. They'll have the best player in any series they play. But I do doubt that they have a better team. In fact, every time I watch the Yankees, I wonder how they've won so many games. I wonder how they have a better record than the Red Sox. I don't get it. Jazz Chisholm can't play his position. Anthony Volpe can't play his position. Giancarlo Stanton can't play any position. They're trying to hide him out there in left field, and he can't do it. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen, him trying to make the play on that fly ball, first batter of the game. Duran hits a relatively soft fly ball to left field, and it somehow turns into a triple. I've been watching Red Sox games at Fenway Park for 20 years. I've never seen that fly ball turn into a triple, ever. A triple. Because Stanton's going back, leaps up for it, and it's about 4 feet the other way across his body. Not even fucking close to it. It's genuinely, it was pure comedy. It's one of the funniest plays I've ever seen. And I'm thinking, how are the Red Sox in a position where they've got to win this game just to salvage the series? And then for 10 minutes, I'm hearing the Sunday Night Baseball broadcast just trying everything, making every excuse in the world to say why that wasn't a dumb play by Stanton. Oh, that's a really tough left field. Oh, there's no foul ground. Oh, the ball's tailing away. Just falling all over themselves for minutes on end to try and tell you why it's not a bad play by Giancarlo Stanton. You should have got an error for that. Manny Ramirez could play that left field. You're telling me it's the toughest left field in baseball? Come on, man. Does the ball slice a little bit? Sure. Is there no foul ground? No, there's not. But that's not even the toughest field to play at Fenway. That's the least tough of the 3 outfield positions at Fenway Park. And I'm just hearing about how Giancarlo Stanton's actually good. He can't run. He can't field his position. But, it's really tough. It's really tough. If Giancarlo Stanton can't do it, it must be really tough. This Yankee team is so fundamentally bad. And their pitching is good. It's not great. It's good. Right? I mean, they've gotten good. They don't have Garrett Cole. They don't have the race. So you give them the benefit of the doubt there, right? Rodon's been good. Fried's been good. Kind of up and down. Will Warren, I thought, was pretty good before last night. And obviously, the Red Sox knocked him around in that first inning. He settled in. He must have been tipping some pitches in the first inning because everything was hard contact. But I just see that team, and I'm like, are they really better than the Red Sox? Their record says they are. The fact that they'll be playing home games in October says they are. But I watch both these teams more than any other teams in baseball, and I don't think they're better than the Red Sox. And I know when Roman Anthony's in the lineup for Boston, they're not better than the Red Sox. They're not. But I'm just not worried about going to Yankee Stadium. Maybe that's famous last words, but I'm just not. There's nothing about that place that I'm like, oh, man, can't win there. You know, it's not like in the NFL going to play at Kansas City in a playoff game. They've got the best player and they've got a legit home field advantage. You're not going to beat them. Like, you know, it's going to be really tough to go and beat Oklahoma City on the road in the NBA playoffs. They got the best player, and it's going to be really tough to beat them in their building. Baseball, Aaron Judge could go game 1 of the wild card series 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. He'd still be the best player in the league. That could happen. Of course that could happen. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's not going 0 for 22 from the floor. You know, that's not happening. Patrick Mahomes is not going 0 for 25 on pass attempts. So you can minimize the best player in the series, and the crowd noise, it's not affecting a snap count. It's not affecting a free throw shooter. It's not doing any of that. The Red Sox can go and win 2 games at Yankee Stadium in the playoffs. Absolutely they can. They're 5-2 there this year. They have a better top of the rotation still than the Yankees. It's close, but the Red Sox still have it better. And Garrett Crochet will be going in game 1 in all likelihood. And this year against the Yankees, he's given up 10 earned runs. He's pitched 27 1/3 innings in 4 starts, and he struck out 39 Yankees, including 23 in his last 2 starts against him. 23 strikeouts. It's a guy who looked like he was running out of gas a few starts ago. Then 2 of his next 3 starts are against the Yankees. 2 of his next 4 are against the Yankees. And he's eating them alive, man. Eating them alive. So, no. As crazy as it might sound, as famous last words as it might sound, I'm not worried about the Red Sox going into Yankee Stadium for a wild card series. I'd have preferred it to be at Fenway Park because they play really well there this year, and I think it plays more to their strengths. But I'm not worried at all going in to play the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. In fact, I think the Yankees are the best matchup they can get. I really do. Houston, that lineup does not strike any fear into me. If that's who it is, the Red Sox would play. That lineup does not fear me or does not scare me at all. And then the other team would be the Rangers, which is a very interesting one because you can't have the Rangers catch you for that second wild card because they're the only team in the league that you don't have the only team in the race that you don't have the season series against. It's the only team that can catch you that you don't have the series win against, the season series win. And the 2 times you played them were early in the season, both in April. One you lost 3 out of 4. Like you didn't play well against them. They've got a good, legitimate starting pitcher going for them in game 1. That's another thing. If it came down to a series against them, and it would have to be the divisional series, I guess, or maybe by some miracle, you can get to the first wild card and they can get to the second. and the Yankees fall in the third. But they'll throw Nate Eovaldi against you game one. That's a worse matchup for the Red Sox than Framber Valdez is. They crushed Framber Valdez in the last time they faced him in August, early August. So the Rangers one is the really interesting one to keep an eye out on. You can't let them catch you because that's the only one you don't have the season series against. But Red Sox, Yankees, wild card round, bring it. Play it on the moon. Play it in the neutral site. Play it in that freaking speedway in Tennessee. Play it in Bristol. I don't care. Just bring it on. I think the Red Sox can beat the Yankees in the best of 3 series anywhere in the world. Really do. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you worried about a Red Sox-Yankees series? Are you worried about a series at Yankee Stadium? Let me know in the comment section below. Then be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We come at you every weekday live at high noon Eastern time. And then we're available wherever you get your podcasts as well. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. That's why it's called The Cam Show. So leave your comments underneath and catch us here every weekday as your direct lunchtime alternative to Boston Sports Talk Radio. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you on the next edition of a little ditty that we like to call The Cam Show.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internex.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com. We understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit TwoSains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.